And welcome again to another High Vibe channeling session. This one is for July 5th, 2026. And we have the distinct pleasure of welcoming back longtime channeler for us, Travis Perry, who has brought in 9 different channelers so far to us.
9 different channeled entities.
9 different channeled entities. Thank you. And you can follow him on his YouTube channel, Multidimensional Open Contact. And he is very passionate about bringing in individuals and entities who are involved in the open contact scenario. And they are very open about what they do and why they do it. And we look forward to seeing who comes in with him tonight. Anything you would like to add, Mr. Travis Perry? And thank you for joining us.
All I can say is it's something. All I can say is it's someone new.
Wow, cool.
Mm.
We'll wait here. Thank you.
Wait here.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will wait here.
And of course, if anyone has a question, just put in the chat that, hey, I have a question, and we'll take you in numerical order. Take it away, Travis.
Okay, let the being speak for himself. Greetings, greetings, Earth human. My name. You may refer to me as Saurok. I am from an avian race. Introductions being made, I am. Mm-mm. I am. I am female in gender. And introducing yourself, I'm introducing myself as a company through the idea of song and frequency. Now, if anyone has any specific things to ask me, please go right ahead. I will be here to answer any Q&A, for I am mainly enjoy the singing of songs.
Thank you. Can you describe your world a little bit for us since we are new to you as you are to us, Sorok?
We have cities built in the clouds, in the sky. Cities within the clouds. Yes.
And would you have an estimate of how many cities or the number of populations in those?
Smallest has around approximately 1,000.
Cool. Could you describe yourself a bit? Unless you had more to add to that. I'm sorry if I interrupted.
We do not have feathers like your avians. We do not. We are. Our skin may feel as smooth as feathers, but not as. But we do not have feathers. We have a small. Mm, Instead of lips, we have more of a what you classify as birds' beak, but not as protruding as most birds on your planet.
That'll work for a start. Can you tell us how tall you are in human comparison?
6 feet.
Excellent. Thank you. Anita, please.
Thank you very much, Sora, to come and speak with us today. We really appreciate it. My question is, does your race or do you have anything to do with open contact here on Earth, or will you?
We will, and we do. Some say that we have more. Our ships are more of like straight of those birds you see with the wings out. Our ships look like that. They're not triangular, but they look like birds with the wings straight out.
Okay. Something similar to how our airplanes look?
When you see a bird with its wings out, you notice that bird's gliding and stuff like that.
Okay.
It mostly looks like a bird, but with the wings out in some sense.
Okay. And I'm assuming the wings don't move.
Hmm. Technically, we don't really have the wings of our ships needing to move as much, but we can retract them if we want to.
Okay, very interesting. And where in the solar system do you come from? Or what is the name of your planet?
Hmm. Hmm. See. Give you a name translating through English.
Hey, that makes sense.
Astoria is what I'm
Okay,
gonna give. Astoria.
thank you. Thank you. And are you in this solar system or galaxy or from another galaxy or even another universe?
I'm from this galaxy. To
Okay.
be precise, I am approximately Somewhere with right around the Lyra constellation.
Oh, okay,
That's
very good.
where my race is from.
Thank you very much. That is very helpful. Thank you for the interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Christina Anna, please.
Thank you. Greetings to you, Sarak, and thank you very much for joining us tonight.
We welcome this.
You said you like song.
Yes, I work with frequency songs, so
That is wonderful. You know, today I went to a choir concert because one of my work colleagues sings in a choir, and it was really wonderful. And I would like to share this with you. I don't know if you are able to tap into my experience.
relative depending on how frequent the connection with the channel is, but we will be able to receive it on our side if that is any consolation.
Yes, thank you. They sang a lot about it was a theme about singing about trees and flowers. So there were some really beautiful songs. So it's a good synchronicity, I guess, that I went to a choir concert and now you say you like to sing.
Mm-hmm.
So do you sing by yourself or do you also sing in groups?
We sing in a group. Usually the song is heard by the entire collective.
Excellent. I hope we get to hear your song sometime.
Be happy to share.
Mm.
Did you have something else, Christina Anna?
Not for now.
Okay. Would Travis be able to help you vocalize or sing some of your songs, Sorok?
Clarifying the channel's vocal cords won't be able to clarify the entire message of the song, but we understand what you mean.
Okay, well, if at any point you feel like doing so, we would be delighted to have some of that information come through.
Mm. The songs is like the songs. It's like singing. It's like the idea of voices of an angel. In a way, there's beauty in the sound.
And I'm guessing that these are vocalized and not sent telepathically.
But they are received through the telepathic connection.
Excellent.
So they're that powerful enough to receive through the connection that we all share with each other.
All right. Thank you. That's great. Dan, please.
Hi, Saurok. How does your race compose and create music? Are there any instruments used that are different from ours?
Well, we have some similarities here, so in a way they wouldn't be too different, but we also do have extra appendages like wings that we can use to glide.
And do you make music when you glide?
Yeah. The instruments vocalize through sound frequency, including the sound that goes through the wind. So similar to a wind-based instrument, we do sing a lot.
In choirs, in groups?
In groups, sometimes one individual like to share a song that's felt by the entire collective.
Wow. I experience a lot of clairaudience, a lot of synchronicities through music and songs coming to me in my mind. Do you assist humans with that? Do you ever send a telepathic connection to humans to do that?
We have.
Thank you. Anita?
No.
Well, I just wanted to ask a question for maybe on Dan's behalf. I don't know if you were going to ask this, Dan, but Sora, would you be able to assist Dan in his music, or have you assisted him in his music before?
There are other members of my race that have assisted him. We have different members in that, but you could say I was influencing this behind the scenes. But more directly, there are other members that have assisted him more through dreams, intuition, other types of contact.
Oh, very good. It does your race fly? You said you didn't exactly have wings as our birds, but or feathers.
We don't really have feathers because our skin is as smooth, like it feels like you're touching feathers, but they're not feathers.
Okay. But are you still able to fly or no?
We have appendages under our arms that are like a similar to flying, but not really. It's most likely gliding.
Gliding. I understand.
So we can glide along the wind. It's how we're able to get from house to house between when we were using the cloud, when our cities are in the clouds.
Oh, beautiful. Since your cities are above your land, what is your land like? Or is it full of water, or how is your planet?
There is water and there is land, but we like to keep our land untouched.
Nice. Nice. I hope that our human civilization will move to do the same eventually.
Cities in the clouds are much more efficient for that because you do not touch you are still within the planet, but you're not you're not destroying anything for.
You leave the surface untouched.
Yes. We leave the surface untouched, but we're able to build cities various ways around our skies.
Very nice. What dimension, I guess, would you be from, or how would you describe, we're in the third dimension. How would you describe?
Well, you would be considering the fourth dimension is still of time, so you would be
Okay.
considering that as an extra layer to your dimensionality.
I understand. Yes.
In a way, we are fourth density, but we're in a more quasi to physical state in some sense.
Okay. Okay. So on the way up, moving towards non-physical.
Maybe under the Sasani, but yes, in some sense we are moving in a direction, but in much more unique to our own race's evolution.
Very good. Thank you for that information. That's most helpful.
And this is a unique opportunity for us and for you, Sorok. Obviously, you have experience with humans. In human history, early on, after man was first created, there were avian species which coexisted with humans, not directly so much, but which would warn them about impending disasters or catch children who might have fallen off of from heights on cliffs or things like that. Was was that your race as well?
Some.
Can you be more specific on that?
There are a mixture of different avian races that assist your planet. We assisted yours a while ago, but we're not interfering at the moment. But yes, in a way, we say some, for there were some of us, but there are also some from other avian-like races that were of different descent.
Excellent. Can you give us an idea of how many different avian races may have been involved with our Earth realm? Please.
Well, at the moment or in what you call the past.
How about both, please?
At the moment, there are 3 to 4 in a sense. In the past, there were more. Around the angle of 6 to 12, in a sense, were different races. There were a lot of avian races interacting with you much more, but now it's more of a minimalistic, since mostly the human-looking ones interact with you more than we do.
That makes sense. Do any of the races, the avian races who are interacting with our planet or assisting with it now, have associations with any of our current birds that we experience, like the raptors?
We can perceive your world through the eyes of birds. So if you were saying, our connection to the birds, we do use the birds as like cameras. They're one of the races that are used as cameras to peer into your world.
Would that be all birds?
Many different ones, like sometimes pigeons.
Ah, I would imagine owls would be a good source for that.
There are some. But it also depends on the particular individual. For me, I use mostly pigeons. And there are others that use other types of birds. Sometimes there are others that use pigeons as well.
So like we would choose different flavors. You choose different methods of observation.
Yes, like how other ETs would use cats to peer into your world.
Okay. Are most of the avian races from our galaxy or like around the Lyran star system?
Mine, mine is, but not exactly every avian race. There are a couple that are out from outside the galaxy that decide to come assist.
That's very exciting, and thank you for that. Anita, please.
Yes, thank you again for speaking with us. Um, you were talking about using the birds that we have on this planet to observe us. Um, People on our planet feel a special connection to cardinals, the red bird. Um, uh, we feel that there's a special significance to cardinals with the spirit world, especially, someone that may have been recently deceased coming back and visiting us. Can you elaborate a little more? Is there a special significance for cardinals?
Yes, cardinals are the significance of the spirit, as the spirit is connected to the environment. The spirit connection to the all,
Hmm.
and it's able to transmit it through the eyes of certain birds. In a way, it's a way to get your attention rather than rather than rather than just showing up as an apparition.
Okay. Yes, that explains a lot. Um, Thank you. And my last question is, do you have a message for this group?
To soar through your lives like birds, with like how birds float, soar through the sky, soar through your lives, and just let and see what happens.
Go with the flow.
That's basically our version of how we were translating it in a different way.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi again, sorry. Just has your civilization gone through a transition from isolation to integrating into a greater cosmic family like we're going through now?
We do. We have. We I myself don't just go to Earth, I actually go to other planets, so there is an integration in different ideas and interactions with different civilizations.
And what was the greatest lesson you learned during that transition period from isolation to a greater universe?
The lesson we learned is to allow yourself to heal without forcing yourself to heal.
And do you have any advice for humanity going through our transition?
Stop resisting change and allow yourself to become the change that you want to see.
Thank you. That's great.
And Sorok, is it now I'm spelling that S-O-R-O-K.
Saurok.
Okay. And thank you for that. I'm curious, being a quasi-physical being, obviously you're well in touch with the spirit being. Can you explain what your relationship is like with your higher self or higher realm in the way we understand it?
What is the relationship? We can sing to spirit, and spirit sometimes sings back, usually in frequency energy notes.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That is nice. Can you explain a little bit more about your life? Like, do you have familial groups? How do you raise your young or produce your young?
Producing is slightly similar to the birds, but in a way the egg is encompassed with its own vibrational tone and song.
Oh, cool.
We raise them as like birds are raised in certain patterns, and we allow them to be the change they want to see.
So would you say that they are raised in a nest?
We do have similar things to nests, but not the 100% accurate.
Okay. And that makes a lot of sense. We're just using the terms that we're familiar with. And thank you for working with our language as well, and for working with Travis. Dave, please.
Hi everyone. Thanks for
A
joining
little
our
louder
little
if you
group.
could, Dave.
Could you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. I have two questions. The first one is if you could talk a little bit about your technologies, and the second one is can you talk a little bit about what interactions you had with the Anunnaki during that time period? Thank you.
Technology is shaped through a type of gel layer metallic liquid. So it basically is a liquid that shapes into the craft. And for the Anunnaki, we ourselves have only interacted with a few of them before, but it was towards the end of their cycle around what you call Earth. they were going through a change.
So, there are some Egyptian, for example, depictions of avian-like beings. Were any of those uh, representative of your race, or were they other avian races?
Well, there are others, but there's a possibility that our race might have been represented in one, but we can't specify which one because there were like 6 other races interacting with your planet back then. And, well, maybe 5 because includes calculated, we are the 6th, so we would be within the 5 other races. So, but there have been interactions, and we were much more physical back then. So, in a more physicalized state in that time period.
So I'm not sure how well you can answer this question, but in those times when there was interaction and assistance being given, could you explain a little bit about what what we now mistakenly understand those to be? So, like teachings that might have happened then that we don't don't now understand properly.
Well, there are a lot of teachings you don't understand properly, but it depends on what specific teachings you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't have anything specific in mind because I'm not personally that knowledgeable about the avian related teachings other than the idea that they existed. So I'm guessing that we probably misunderstand most of the things that were shared then.
Mm, maybe it's only to do with the channel's translation,
Mhm.
but but for the teachings, we are mostly we're guiding your race back then, is what we can say. We were assisting in certain aspects, but without but the assistance was taken the wrong way.
Were you involved with Atlantis and that part of the civilization here?
There may have been a couple of us that were. There were those from our race that have, but it's also other avians there as well.
Very interesting. Do you use names for for yourselves?
No. Actually, the name I give in the channel was more of a frequency translated through an energy and translated through a word that may have been a translation in a language that may have been from our civilization.
Thank you for all your wonderful knowledge and sharing.
Mm-hmm.
And Sorok, I'm curious about how you obtain sustenance. And I know, you explained a little bit about raising the eggs and how vital those are. Are those in family units, like the male and female each share in taking care of those? And how do they get fed and how do you feed yourself?
We feed ourselves using seeds, which becomes a more of a substance for us at this time. It's very, very easy to ingest. And for the children, we usually have the seeds in a diced up manner so the children eat the layers without the entire seed. And for raising, it's usually raised in family units, but sometimes it's usually raised depending on everyone has participated in taking care of children within our society.
So basically, one child is everyone's child, which I think is a fabulous way to approach raising the youngest sets.
We have taken that approach to heart in some sense. We do have a certain aspect to it that allows us to become a little bit more unique.
Great. We're appreciating all of these insights and your visit and your energy coming before us. Thank you, Saurok. Dan, please.
Sorry, what role does joy play in your civilization?
It plays as a view of beauty, and we see beauty in every living thing, and joy is like playing with beauty. It allows us to express that beauty to ourselves.
I love it. How do you resolve conflicts within your society?
Well, at this time we don't have conflicts, but this is
Okay.
this is more of a, our society evolved to a certain level where we no longer participate in that idea.
Are you always working synchronistically like Bashar's civilization?
We do, in different ways.
And how do you view the concept of death?
Another form of beauty is a form of beauty that transcends the physical life.
Love it. And do you recall your reasoning and decision to incarnate into your current lifetime now that you're a semi-physical being?
Repeat your question, please.
Do you recall your decision to become the being you are now when you were in spirit? Do you recall that spirit decision?
Yes, there was an agreement to experience this life in many different ways.
And you can recall that, whereas humans can't.
Not yet. You cannot recall it yet. You will once you have the capacity and the frequency level to remember.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for this interaction again. Do you transmit healing frequencies to one another?
Yes, through sound, song, frequency. We do. That's one of the aspects of our song.
Oh, healing frequency is part of the aspect of your song?
It's one of the aspects, not the entire aspect.
Okay. Is there a way that you can transmit healing frequencies to humans?
Yes, there is.
Are you able to do that within this group today? Through this channel?
We'll have to see if the channel's vocal cords is seems the channel is having trouble even mumbling them.
We'd had that same trouble, I'm afraid.
Yes, well, the channel's voice is having trouble even singing at this time. It's like the energy is mm, is not permitting him to be able to channel my entire capacity through his vocal cords. It mostly works in dream levels and other levels, but not. But when it comes to transmitting it through a channel's free voice, it depends on the individual.
I understand. May I ask for a healing frequency when I dream tonight?
Yes, you may.
All right. Thank you. I'll be looking forward to that in my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious about your art, Sorok. Can you tell us how you create art or other methods of expression which delight you outside of song?
Delight us outside of song. Well, our arts do sing to us too, so it's in reality escaping song for our civilization is a little bit of a different. It's one of the unique factors of our civilization is the idea of creating things through song.
Does that include physical objects as well?
We can, and we can use it in energy.
That's fabulous.
There are frequency tones that we can use to create levels of art that you haven't seen on your planet.
Wow. Are you going to be visiting our planet after Open Contact or as part of Open Contact?
Depending on the level of frequency you apply, because for that you would need to be at a high frequency level in a certain fashion.
Right. Well, I know the Sasani said that it's going to take us about 15 years after open contact for the vibrational frequency range of the Earth Collective to be able to safely handle their energy. So I would assume that would be about the same time frame as your race.
In some sense, yes, but it's also the frequency range is different when it comes to the aspect that some of our physical features don't line with yours.
And that makes sense.
So maybe it will align, but it might be dependent on how you do. You might see us after the Sasani.
Okay. Fair enough. And we appreciate your authenticity and clarifying that for us. That's wonderful. I'm just really pleased to make this acquaintance. Does anyone else have another question for Sarok?
I don't have another question, but Sorak, this interaction has been wonderful. And I do hope that you use Travis again to come visit us and to talk with us. And this has been most enjoyable. So I wanted to express my gratitude and appreciation for this interaction. Thank you.
We thank you.
And do you have any message for Travis, please?
Well, the message is through the frequency of song, and we will allow this message to be played with him telepathically, for this message is a frequency that he would need to hear and feel to help him heal. For you, just keep singing and keep playing and keep seeing the beauty in everything.
Excellent. Do you have any message for his friend Corey?
his message is applied to the entity that will be eventually connecting to him from my civilization. And that will be sometime when it is relevant for him, which may or may not come soon, depending on his participation within it.
More stuff to look forward to. What goals do you have, Sorok, for the rest of your life? And how long is that?
Mm, relatively, for a life like mine, roughly 1,300 years.
Excellent. And did you wish to tell us about any goals that you have or what you do for fun other than sing or along with singing?
Well, communicating with you is fun. Even if it's still through the idea of song, it's still fun.
Excellent. And is there anyone else who you would like to be channeled by?
Mm,
Not necessarily human.
mm. Sometimes we do come through the idea of certain bird chirps.
Okay, and I'm assuming that since you are telepathically connected with all of your species or your race, that we are actually transmitting to every avian on your planet?
Yes.
Okay,
Though not all of us are on our planet. Some of us are actually around the galaxy. And some in other galaxies.
okay. Well, we wish to share our love and appreciation for all of them, with all of them. And thank you for being the vessel to communicate our heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for you and your race. Is there anything else that you have for us on this fine day?
Just keep playing and seeing the beauty within everything is enough. Keep singing.
We will do our best. Thank you very much, Sorok. It's been a pleasure. And thanks to Travis as well.
Oh, I'm able to open my eyes easier when I start when the music and sound helps my eyes open.
Sing it. Well done, Travis. That was wonderful. How long have you been having Sorok come through?
Actually, I only had him for a really long time, but I never had him come through. I only had him come through ice, and I written down in my notes to remember the being, and it says Saurok Avian, so I remembered that. So I decided to reconnect to that being through using that tonal name.
Sweet. Well done. And it is a female, by the way.
Yes, it is a female,
Okay.
which was surprising to me. For a second there, I thought it was male.
Yeah. Well, cool. So, is there anything that you can recall about that happened behind the scenes that you can relay to us?
Well, I don't really see much, but I have gotten glimpses that their world is like a is like the it's like that city in Star Wars where that area in Star Wars where where the cities are above the surface.
With Lando Calrissian, Lando, Cloud Cities. Yeah.
the cities. Yeah.
Well done, Dan. Cool. So was that pretty easy? It seemed like you came out of that pretty easy, but it took you quite a while to get into that trance or that connection.
Wait, it is?
Yeah, I mean, it was, I guess, about 40 seconds, which is a
Yes,
little bit longer than normal.
well, technically, I guess the way her energy comes through is different than the other entities.
Aren't they all?
As
Cool.
the voice shift was a little different. It was like getting comfortable with her energy was part of that process.
Cool. Period of adjustment. Well,
Yes.
well, thanks for working through that for our benefit. It
Mm-hmm.
was very well received. And it was so nice to connect with yet another new entity, not only from you, but I don't know if anyone else has had experience with avians before.
Avians. All I hear about is blue avians, but their race is completely different than those.
Yeah.
What I didn't ask, what is her race called? Do you
Uh,
know, Travis? Or what they call themselves?
Astoria?
that's
Well, that was the planet that
Astoria.
was the best.
They are
Historians?
in some sense, that's the closest I can get to their idea of frequency. Astorians is what I was thinking. And I was
Okay,
going to say that, but then you said first.
sorry.
It'd be better
Yeah.
if you sung it. If you sing Astorians.
And
But
it's supposed to mean a word in their ancient language. The wait, winged beauty.
oh
Oh,
wow.
beautiful. It's nice. Well, Travis, you're going to need to take vocal lessons. You're going to get,
Vocal
you're
lessons. That's
going to
great.
need a coach if you want to transmit more.
I was trying to transmit the. I was trying to gauge the energy. I will need to gauge the energy more readily because it's hard to maintain a full on vocal state when I'm in a flow energy, and then sometimes my senses become a little bit much more overwhelmed depending on certain aspects. But
I'm half teasing you, Travis. I can imagine it's very difficult. I could not do it. So
mm,
I applaud you in your effort.
I will applaud myself and my effort as well.
Woo. And Anita, I wouldn't say you can never do that, but or you can't do that. You just haven't done it yet.
Oh,
Leave that door
uh,
open.
I
I
yeah.
go ahead.
I can do vocal. It just today's not the day for that.
Yep.
And Ray, I was referring to the fact that, oh, if you've ever heard me sing,
Yep. And I will never call anyone bird-brained again.
no, no. My mom's famous saying was she couldn't carry a tune in a bushel basket. So that gives you some idea,
Hey, but you never know because
right?
they may
Right? You know,
tweak.
maybe I could do a channeling
Well,
because it's
yes,
not me.
they may tweak those vocal cords to give you
Uh,
a range and a quality that you don't believe that you have. So,
I would
Yeah,
love that.
yeah. Well, she did begin to sing, but then my voice was cut, having trouble relaying the entire
yeah.
vocal. I guess she was trying to get that through my voice, but it just did not work at the time.
I know. Yeah, and I was wondering, I appreciated her effort, but I was wondering if she was sparing us actually having to hear you sing.
Yeah, I can't. It's harder for me to sing because my voice and vocal cords don't go the way that I want them to.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if we had been missing out because you had never sung for us before or not, Travis, but we'll just have
No,
to table that one.
and you're not really missing out on that much. There are people that can sing on different tunes, but I don't really have never taken vocal lessons ever.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
never do myself.
people tell me to sing solo, so low that they can't hear me. So,
Oh my goodness.
That's a good one.
thank you.
Well,
And
I
And
wanted to
so,
mention. Oh, sorry.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Eden. I was just going to
Oh, I
say
was
that.
going to say, Dan, you should. You're the musical one of the group. You should be the one singing.
No, no, I can't sing. I feel for Travis. I was in the exact same. I was resonating. I think the same as him when he was singing, and having just as much difficulty. I'm a terrible singer. Karaoke is. I don't have many great fears, but karaoke is probably the greatest.
oh,
Um,
we can't hear you, Wendy. Nope, it's still not coming through.
As an choir.
Ah,
Oh, you can't hear me?
well, we could
Hang
until
on.
you muted.
There, how's that?
Okay, perfect.
I was going to mention that
good.
Christiana mentioned about about listening to a choir, and while she was talking, while you were both talking, I was thinking I was listening to a choir in my head that sounded like an angel choir, and then I started singing telepathically in light language to her. So I just wanted to mention that.
Thank you. And we've all heard you sing, and none of us mind at all.
Well,
Thank
thank
you,
you for that.
Wendy.
Anybody have anything else for Travis or any other comments?
Just thank you.
And yes, and it's good to see him smile because it makes for a good picture to put on front of the video.
Mm-hmm.
You did a great job, Travis. We are
Yes, he
we
did.
are most grateful for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to put this one to a close.